Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I welcome you to share your dreams in 1 minute. Please start. Aryan, can you speak?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir. I'm a computer science student, so I thought of a way to help the people in that way. Okay. So my first goal was good health and well-being. उसके लिए एक हेल्थ मॉनिटरिंग ऐप होता है, ठीक है। वो हेल्थ मॉनिटरिंग ऐप आपकी ब्लड प्रेशर में चेक करेगा, हार्ट बीट चेक करेगा, ये सब चेक करेगा। और दूसरी चीज़ जो मैंने सोची गुड हाइजीन के लिए, इट वाज अ स्मार्ट डस्टबिन। तो स्मार्ट डस्टबिन क्या करता है? स्मार्ट डस्टबिन इज डस्टबिन दैट इज प्लेस्ड, मतलब एक जगह रखा हुआ है, आपको उसको टच नहीं करना, उसके ऊपर आप हाथ रखोगे तो वो ओपन हो जाएगा। वो आपको उसके अंदर कितना है, वेट है, क्या है, वो सब आपको आपके फ़ोन पे अपडेट देता रहेगा। और उसका जब आपको कचरा खाली भी करना होगा तो वो आपको फॉलो करेगा। दिस वाज ऑल सर।
Thank you. Thank you. Great. Uh, the ideas that you have are really very good,
नहीं सर,
appreciable,
एक्चुअली मैंने
and
डस्टबिन बना भी
yes.
लिया है।
Oh, very good.
यस सर।
तो आप अगर यहाँ पे स्क्रीन पे दिखा सकें तो और भी अच्छा होगा अगर आपके पास पड़ा
सर
हो
वो
तो।
कॉलेज में है, मैं उसका वीडियो
Okay.
आपको दिखा।
Sure. Sure. Thank you. Okay. Ashwin, would you like to speak?
Yes, sir. Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, audible. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. So my dream is of an inclusive classroom, sir. So what does an inclusive classroom mean, sir? It is a classroom where all students are welcomed holistically, irrespective of their abilities. So how do we actually go on about doing this? We use a two-pronged approach. We use the help of special learning softwares and special educators. We also need a policy from the government, but I'll focus on what we can do as individuals right now. So what are learning disabilities? These are functional inabilities in children that don't allow them to understand the information as other normal children do. So how do special learning softwares help? Special learning softwares help improve the access to this information. And sir, we've been working on something of a prototype of this sort, sir. So what is the feature of that? It is a program. Usually, sir, programs for special children help them by giving access to different curriculum. What we are trying to do is improving access to the same information as what the other children have. So how do we do this? We do it by changing the font size, the font color, the font styles, so that the children get a better understanding of what the text is, what the information is, and help them. Second, our softwares will also have a milestone management program to help track the development of each child. And sir, this the third one is a research-backed program method called hemispheres alluding stimulation. So what this does is basically children with learning disabilities have imbalances in both hemispheres of their brain in the mental stimulation. So what we do is we stimulate both of these hemispheres so that it allows them to have access to this information and learn better. And secondly, we use this with the help of more special educators in the field. Sir, in a 2013 study, we found that 35 million children in India suffer from dyslexia, the most common learning disability. So I would like to have more special educators and special learning softwares that would help children like this. And what are the opportunities that we have? So we have special learning centers, private schools, and there is no other software in this sector that includes milestone management programs and improving access to the information and mental stimulation programs. And currently, we've seen a trend towards more e-learning and online platforms from a more traditional book-based learning due to the coronavirus. So I think we can ride this wave and get our idea of a inclusive classroom into a reality. So.
Excellent idea. I would like you to sometimes interact with my friend Mr. Bharat Punani, who is in Blind People's Association. And I would also like you to interact with Mr. Pramod Gupta, who is working with Site Savers International. Probably they can better appreciate your ideas because they are in this sector. They have been trying to help all those people who have some disabilities. Their
Yes, sir.
work is commendable. It has been appreciated all over the world. So I would like you to interact with them, and this will be a great opportunity for you to help mankind. Thank you, Ashwin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you speak? Not able to hear. Karan, can you speak? Karan.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, yes.
Yes, sir. So my business is called Samuchit. It's a dropshipping medical equipment and products business. So basically, dropshipping is a supply chain management method in which the retailer, which is me, does not keep the goods himself, but instead he transfers its customers' orders to the supplier, the wholesaler, or any other retailer. So basically, I act as a middleman here. So can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Your voice is clear.
Okay, so the idea is basically that we supply medical products, equipment, and tools to hospitals, patients, nurses, or doctors. But the target market that we've identified is students in medical colleges, hospitals. So, why the proposed market? Because students do not have access to good equipment, they have issues procuring them. Students get them online, but then they find many fake products, which you can find on Flipkart and Amazon. They're not really genuine. So the products that we're looking at are neurological kits, hammer sets, stethoscopes, ENT kits, surgery kits, thermometers, oximeters, blood pressure instruments, and face masks. So you may ask, what's the social impact of all this? So once we start drop shipping these, and because these instruments should be high grade, we'll make sure that they're high grade, and we're in contact with suppliers. This is something that my cousins and I are looking forward to doing, and we've already started that process. So the social impact would be through the profits and possible donations and fundraisers that we raise. We will supply face masks and edibles, cheap edibles like biscuits, parlegies, and all that we find to densely populated villages of targeted cities. So we've targeted some cities, some densely populated cities. I'll just have to find the PDF for that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes, Meghna Thanvi. Okay.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, my name is Meghna Tanvi. I'm from VGMC, Section B.
Yes, I know. What do you want to share your
Yes,
dream?
sir. Yes, sir. The dream which I prepared, I named it as Gyan Ki Kaksha. So through this, the idea behind this Gyan Ki Kaksha was to ensure that quality education and personal health well-being could be reached to every children and individual in the most uh, remote part of the country in the form of phone radio. Because आज के टाइम पे every person has a phone, even if it's a small Samsung का सबसे oldest phone or the smartest one. So, if you have heard of कान खजूरा स्टेशन, it's a radio जहाँ पे आप एक पर्टिकुलर नंबर पे अगर आप फोन से कॉल करो तो इट गिव्स यू कॉल बैक एंड द कॉल बैक हैज अ रेडियो ऑन इट अटैच्ड विद. तो उस तरीके से मैं ज्ञान की कक्षा को चलाना चाह रही थी टू द रिमोट एरियाज, ताकि लोगों को डे टू डे एजुकेशन पार्ट पे भी मिले. एट द सेम टाइम दे वुड गेट द जनरल नॉलेज, और आज की दुनिया में जो अर्बन एरिया है वहाँ पर क्या चल रहा है, ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड क्या चल रहा है, उन्हें भी पता चले धीरे धीरे. बिकॉज देयर इज लैक ऑफ सोर्स फॉर देम टू बी कनेक्टेड टू द वर्ल्ड वी आर इनटू राइट नाउ. और इसके अलावा हेल्थ के रिगार्डिंग भी उन्हें जैसे अवेयर करवाना कि हाउ द पेंडेमिक इज गोइंग ओवर राइट नाउ. वहाँ तक पहुँचने में बहुत टाइम लगा होगा उन्हें, इस बात को समझने में. So that's the reason I wanted to create ज्ञान की कक्षा in order to bring awareness, whether it is regarding education, the general world we live in, or the health sector, basic health sector. So that वो खुद से they could be independent on these particular topics uh, on their own actually. Yeah.
It would be a great idea indeed, and particularly if you can start these channels in remote locations in vernacular language, because
Yes, sir.
people in remote locations they are not comfortable in English or in any other modern languages.
Hmm.
They would like to listen to something in their own language, which if you can uh, find somebody little bit educated in that group itself, that person can be given some training, and that person can become the radio jockey and can
Yes.
speak in vernacular language,
Yes,
because
sir.
India is a very diverse country in terms of languages. Every 30 kilometers you have different language, different accents, and these issues become barriers sometimes, because people who are like a farmer is there. Now, a farmer doesn't have the role of working, coming to city and communicating with people in Hindi or in English. So the farmer may not be comfortable in understanding English or Hindi. So a vernacular language background would help the farmer in understanding. And our purpose is to give latest information, to prepare them for the future, to help them. We can help them best in their own language. So that is my suggestion, and excellent idea, really excellent idea.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Deepthi, would you like to speak?
Hi, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
welcome.
now I'm going to discuss, sir, to provide the cheap labor for the rural areas, backward areas. I'm going to tell about the goat farming, sir. Sir, goat farming in India is also
Your
very
voice,
popular, as goat
your
farming is
voice is
proven a
not coming.
highly profitable business.
Your voice is not coming. Can you come out, or can we try sometime slightly later, because so much of disturbance is coming. I'm not
Okay.
getting your voice clear.
Okay, sir.
Okay. We'll move to Riddhi. We'll come back to you. Riddhi, would you like to speak if you have good internet
yes, sir.
connectivity? Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome.
Audible?
Yes.
So my idea is that the food which we wrap in the plastic box, we should.
Can you speak louder? You have to speak louder. Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm audible right now,
Yeah.
sir. So my idea is when we wrap our hot food in the plastic bag or the plastic box, we should use the box which are made of leaves or the bamboo sticks, so that the contents of the plastic doesn't harm the food, and the usage of the plastic can be reduced. And so as the usage of banana leaves is highly successful in South India, but that idea does not exist in North India. So we can use the use of people leaves instead of banana leaves, as the banana leaves are not available in India, North India. So we can use the people leaf instead of the banana leaves, and the boxes which are made of the leaves can help the factory workers to increase their jobs, as the boxes which are made of the leaves are not used for the longer time, so they have to produce on the regular basis for the consumption. So it can increase the work opportunity and decrease the usage of plastic. So we can increase the job opportunity on this, and save our environment also. Thank you, sir. Sir, you are not audible, sir.
We have to ban plastics somehow or other. And the best way to ban plastic is to find better products than plastics. So you are thinking in that direction. That's great.
Yes, sir.
And that will definitely help us in our fight against plastic, because plastic is going to create a big menace for us, for people living on this planet, as well as for creatures living in oceans and other living beings on this planet. So the earlier we focus on eradicating plastic, earlier the better. Thank you for giving a focus on this very important aspects.
Thank you, sir.
Right, that's great. Saket, would you like to share?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sir. So basically, the idea that I came up with is a platform which helps connect three types of people. On one hand, we have the skilled and experienced workers, like we have carpenters, plumbers, etc., who are ready to take a mentorship role and pass on their skills. And we have, on the other hand, young people in rural areas who lack education. I mean, not because they don't have it, it's just because of things like absence of a proper schooling system in rural areas. So these students, they can learn these skills from these experienced workers and then train themselves on it. And the other people we try to connect are people in nearby towns. So as we know, towns and cities, they have a lack of skilled professionals. So what this app or a platform can help us do is connect all three types of people to provide an ecosystem where everyone can help each other.
Excellent idea. I always tell people that
Yes.
in India, everybody is skilled, highly skilled, because
True.
somebody is a carpenter, somebody is a kumhar, somebody is a lohar, somebody is a sonar. These are engineering, right?
Yes.
These are engineering, because a gold sonar is a goldsmith engineer.
Yes. And
A
they are doing the
carpenter,
actual labor. They are doing the
yes, yes,
practical work.
because they have a thorough technical knowledge of their domain.
Yes.
The Lohars of India were earlier able to prepare rust-free iron, and even today, if you go to Qutub Minar, you can find that the iron that was used there in Qutub Minar, that iron pillar, is
Yes.
without any kind of rust.
Yeah.
So all these people in India is full of skills. Ladies are highly skilled because ladies know so many things in cooking. They know how to make pickles. They know how to make so many food items, which if
Yes.
you make in factories will cost a lot. And you cannot get that taste, that quality. For example, papad made by ladies through their hand is far, far tastier than the papad that you get from the factories, because that is machine made.
Yes,
And
sir.
machine made papad cannot have the kind of taste. Similarly, the different types of, I mean, if you talk about chapatis, ladies know about 1,000 types of chapatis to make. If you know about, talk about parantha, about 400, 500 types of paranthas, ladies know how to make. And
Yes.
each of them is amazing, because you can't get that from machines. Even if you try hard, the machine-made products cannot compete with them.
True,
The
sir.
main challenge is to give them true respect, true recognition, to brand, because they do not know how to do branding. They do not know how to do marketing. That is a big challenge where people have to work.
Yeah.
And what you have said is very right, that skilled people are available in plenty, and unskilled, I would not use the word, but those people who have not developed the kind of skill set that can enable them to earn their livelihood.
Yes,
So
sir.
these
It's a
people
win-win
can
situation
be
for all.
mentored, and they can solve the problem of our country. So it's a great idea, really wonderful idea.
Yes.
And what you have said is you want to connect them to industries or markets or something like that. And
Yes, sir.
ecosystem is created. That will help tremendously, because in India, there is no shortage of skill. The biggest problem in Manrega program, and Manrega is Mahatma Gandhi National Employment Guarantee Program. Biggest problem is it doesn't recognize the skill sets of the people. It is asking everybody to work on manual labor without any skill. While people in India are full of skills, everybody is highly skilled. When they can, through their skills, create so much value addition, why to ask them to undertake unskilled work? This is denial of the skills. What is required is to create a right ecosystem wherein people can use their skills to add value to the products, and their products are properly marketed. Look at Lijjat Papad, what it is doing. It is just collecting papad made from people and branding it and marketing it all over India. We need these kinds of initiatives. We
Yes.
need lot of initiatives so that the skill set of the people is harnessed, recognized, appreciated. So what you are suggesting is very, very relevant idea.
Yes.
I know a few social entrepreneurs who are trying to start a venture in this COVID time to connect needy people with industry ecosystem so that they can get some important job in their respective domain. If you want to do a virtual internship with them, please suggest me. I will connect with you with them. That will
Sure.
help you to actualize your dream project, because you can actually implement this dream project, and your technical background can definitely help, because the ideas that you have are really wonderful, and these ideas, if they are implemented, these ideas can help mankind tremendously, and we have to work for helping the mankind. That is required.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So next person is Sanjay. Would you like to speak? Sanjay, आप कुछ कहेंगे क्या?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Sir, my idea is about provide human source. Hello.
संजय, आप बोलते रहिए, हमें आपकी आइडिया सुनाई दे रही है, आप बोलते रहिए, थोड़ा तेज आवाज में बोलिए.
My idea is about provide human source through online apps. Online apps, sir. Provide human source through app online like carpenter,
मुझे
plumbers.
लगता है आपके वहाँ नेटवर्क की प्रॉब्लम है, आवाज बड़ी धीरे धीरे आ रही है. So I will come back to you again because
Okay,
probably the internet is not there. Surbhi, would you like to speak? Surbhi is
Good
not in.
afternoon, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
So, my business plan is Muskurahat. It is an initiative which produces various items like shoes, sandals, tiffin box covers, and water bottles covers. Members of this Muskurahat collect various leftover and unused clothes from various houses and make a cover for tiffins, bottles, and even make some shoes for the people who are needy, who wants new items, but it is very difficult for them to afford new or expensive items. So main focus of Muskurahat is to make items affordable for the people and also to protect environment by reducing the use of plastic, as they make carry bags made of jutes and old clothes. Sir. So for a business plan, few points need to be discussed. That first is market analysis. For Muskurahat, main customers are school-going poor children and housewives. Housewives are the people who make use of various plastic bags for carrying vegetables, fruits from the vendor. So instead of using that plastic bags, they could use bags made up of old sari clothes or suit clothes, which could be collected from various houses, and they can make use of it. And the children who are school going, who want to buy a new tiffins or bottles in school, but it's very difficult for them to afford, so they could the member of Muskurahat uses old tiffins and bottles, make a cover on it, and could sell it to those people who want to buy new clothes. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Excellent idea, because recycling and reusing the products is essential.
Yes,
And this will help in eliminating waste, reducing pollution, and this will help in better use of very limited scarce resources. Our
yes, sir.
resources on this planet are very limited, and it is duty of each of us to exercise very high level of caution and care in using these resources. And each of us should try to reuse and recycle these products. So the idea that you have given is really wonderful. And
Thank
with
you,
your
sir.
high capabilities in aesthetics, designing, and all these skills, you can really design world-class products. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Varsha, would you like to speak? Varsha
Yes,
Patricia.
sir.
Varsha
Yes, sir. Good
Patricia
afternoon,
is
sir.
Varsha Patricia is my almost next door. Her home is and my home are just about 100 meters away. So,
Yes,
Varsha, welcome. Welcome to you on internet platform. We are neighbor again here on internet now. Speak out your ideas.
so as in today's world, everyone wants to eat outside and to have tasty food. So my business plan is to open a restaurant, fusion of restaurant and cafe, and I named it as a Nature's Valley. As the name suggests, the theme of the cafe is to go green. It's an eco-friendly restaurant which focuses on a minimum waste of natural resources and uses all eco-friendly practices. If we go onto the infrastructure of my cafe, from the beginning only, the cafe is all about sustainability. The dining room is also designed keeping the sustainability in the mind. The furniture and the tables and the chairs and cupboards of the cafe are are either second hand or either made from the waste material, or we can buy it from the local vendors. The next step is to use a tissue paper or a linen cloth which can be easily recycled, so that we can use minimum waste of water. And the paper and the tissues which we are using also be a chlorine free, so that so that it will not harm much of water. Next, we are going to the water management of my cafe. One second. Replace bottled water with the in-house filtered system. Use toilets with having water saving technology, and use solar panels in heating water. My next point is to reduce reuse cycle. Switch to chlorine free recycled toilet paper and paper towels from regular one. Recycled all wooden boxes and cardboard boxes. Use table mats from recycled material, and switch to paper cups instead of plastic one. Go local, seasonal, and grow your own produce. To run an eco-friendly restaurant, it is very necessary to buy from a local vendor instead of importing from the other cities or from other countries. To reduce the carbon emissions, keeping the menu according to the season, it will improve the quality and reduce the waste of it will reduce the waste which will occur in storing the material which are non-seasonal items. And the last thing which I want to say, giving the customers a plant as a token of gift, so that they can go and plant at their house and play at their house or anywhere they want, so that we can motivate them to to go green and to plant more and more trees.
It's a really excellent idea. I would like to give a few suggestions here. If you can ensure that you have at least 50%, 100% organic products, that would be great. And if you can ensure that 25% of the food contents that you offer is absolutely fresh nature based, without cooked, because that will fresh vegetables or fresh fruits, which can give somebody the feelings of fresh vegetables or fresh fruits, because nature gives these gifts. You know, fruits are what? It's a gift by nature to mankind. In earlier times, people used to pick up fruits from trees when tree had given them. Means लोग अपने आप पेड़ नहीं तोड़ते थे, जब पेड़ों से फल नहीं तोड़ते थे, जब पेड़ों से फल अपने आप आ जाते जमीन पे तो इकट्ठे करके खाने के काम में लेते थे पहले के समय में. So now we have started adopting cultivation methods. We have started adopting modern means of agriculture. But these fruits and vegetables are a gift from the nature to mankind, and they are a tool of marketing, because nature wants to spread itself, and therefore it is giving fruits to mankind so that people can eat natural products and spread the nature further. So it's a great idea to have a nature promoting restaurant. So you can think about this line in detail and have a dream to spread this kind of restaurant all over India, and then later on all over world, and franchise this idea as much as possible to the people, so that more and more people can adopt this kind of thing in their city. So each city can have one nature-based restaurant. So this will be really a great idea. Whenever you want to start this kind of product, please call me. I will be there to help you, and I will be there to support you in this cause, because it's a great cause. It's a great
Okay,
work.
thank you, sir.
We need mankind to return back to nature. This is badly needed. Mankind has to be brought back to nature. How do we bring it? These are small initiatives like you suggested, right? Making people connect to nature back, because it's nature which has given us life. It is the nature which has given us this kind of prosperity. And today we are harming nature. This is something, what we can call as infidelity. Mankind is the biggest enemy of nature. Recently in Russia, a ship got slightly, ship was not properly sailing through, and 20,000 tons of diesel got into water. What happened? Billions of fish, billions of living animals, birds, billions of other species on water, living in water and living near water, they got killed. This kind of incidents take place every year. Every year about 6 to 7 incidents take place which kill billions of other living species. And this is, I would say, it is not a mistake, it is a cruelty. Cruelty towards nature. Everywhere we see, in the name of development, what we see, we cut trees, make buildings, concrete buildings, and destroy the land which can grow trees. So we have to reverse this process. Now, you gave some wonderful suggestions. You said everyone who comes to restaurant will be gifted a plant. This is very good. I would like to appreciate it, because I have always been advocating that it should be duty of everyone to plant at least one tree. Everyone should plant at least one tree. And if we will not plant one tree now, we will have to plant at least 100 trees after 5 years, because this is the rate at which we are destroying our ecosystem. And we will not be able to live on this planet if we keep on destroying our planet. Our tendency to go towards concrete buildings, to go towards high constructed buildings, to believe that status comes from big cars, these are very much destructive to our own existence. So Nature Restaurant, I hope, will bring some good news for nature back. And you have already suggested there will be no plastic in that. There will be nothing, like you said, we will not use any plastic cups, we will not use any such thing, no plastic. This itself is a great idea, and we want these kinds of ideas to be implemented at the earliest. Right? Thank you. Vinamra, would you like to speak?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. So I have an idea which is targeting mainly 2 sustainable development goals. The first one being goal number 6, clean water and sanitization, and the second one being goal number 14, which is life below water. So we know that industrial wastes and leakages are a major cause of water pollution and contamination. This also harms the aquatic life underwater. Recently, we have observed a major oil spill in the Russian sector of the Arctic Circle, which you have just mentioned. And since the power plant had collapsed, the leaked oil had drifted 12 kilometers from the site and turned the river crimson red and contaminated a very large area. And there was a 2-day delay in reporting the Russian government about the issue, as the plant's management was trying to contain the spill themselves before it got out of hands. This tells us that the government and other regulatory authorities involved in monitoring such pollutants were not equipped with the required technologies and techniques, absence of which led to an emergency situation declared by Putin. So my idea highlights the importance of producing and manufacturing sensors and other technologies which can detect such pollutants and leakages and help in monitoring them in real time. So for regions where there is ice cover like in the Arctic Circle, we can do this by the following ways. First, for open water space and lower concentrations of ice, we can achieve this using satellite sensors. For heavier concentrations of ice, already a lot of research and development has been done, but it has not implemented. We can use some sensor technologies that have the potential to detect and map the oil under water and ice as well. The other toxic pollutants from agriculture and solid waste can also be detected using hovering drones near the potential waste generating sites. So therefore, we can encourage the industries that are already manufacturing some sensors, and new startups can be used for this purpose, considering the increasing need of monitoring water body pollutants to attain our sustainable development goals. So the impact that this will make is that since the water body pollutants lead to a lot of harm, and such toxic pollutants are leaked that even after some level of purification, we cannot use that water for drinking, etc. After real-time monitoring and tracking, the government can devise ways to tackle the problem. We can control and minimize the level of contamination quite an extent. This will help us in protecting the health of aquatic life and help us in keeping the water clean and safe for further uses. Thank you, sir.
Excellent idea. I would like to share with you the story of IUCN. IUCN, you can search on Google. IUCN is an international NGO engaged in protecting nature. It keeps monitoring various species, and whenever it finds that one particular species is becoming extinct, it gives it a red symbol that it is now extinct, and puts pressure on all governments to safeguard that particular species. So this NGO is doing a wonderful work. Your project seems to be going in the direction of IUCN. Very good idea. You should study the business model of IUCN, how it is working. It is doing commendable work. It is not a government work. It is by people like you who thought something should be done. So they started IUCN. Their work is truly commendable, really a great work. And your work can be similar work. IUCN is totally focused on species, living species, while you are focusing on oceans, all water bodies, all wherever water is there. So your work can be very, very important for mankind, because if we will protect and save oceans, we will protect mankind. If ocean is destroyed, mankind will be destroyed, because we are all interconnected. The way we are destroying oceans, right now, all oceans are flooded with human wastage. Ocean is filled with tons and tons of wastage, garbage, and it cannot be cleaned in next 100 years, because we have put so much of garbage in oceans. It cannot be cleaned in next 100 years. We continue to dump. We consider oceans as dustbins. Every river is taking away huge amount of garbage into oceans. This is killing living beings in oceans. Every year, thousands of species in oceans are getting extinct, and one day oceans will not be livable. And when oceans will not be livable, mankind will be in trouble. Mankind will be in deep trouble. Thank you very much for a wonderful idea. Next and last is Priya. Last one is Priya. Would you like to speak?
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, मेरा भी बाकी है.
I think I have covered everybody. Still, if somebody is left, we'll have it tomorrow. कल आप आ जाइएगा. Sure. Last in my alphabetical list is Priya. Would you like to speak?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I'm Priya from Law Department. Sir, I have made an idea to help society to make an app on Chota Udhar, in which which we help people in FMCG industries. These people need a lot of funds in B2B platform, and due to lack of funds, some business are not able to develop and now kicking their employees every 6 months, as we can see in this lockdown. That many people are not able to run properly their business because lack of funds and okay. So, hello.
Yeah, continue speaking.
Oh, okay, sir. So, however, with this app, people can able to trade as it easily, connect financer and the owner. And the financer and the owner can trade off their own decidable rates. And so we can also provide the list of financer that will be simple without any commission taken from both the parties. As with this help or with this plan, we can increase the jobs as business grow, save the time of people to visit various people. We can save their time. They can just visit our app and search for financer, and we can and people can also make policies. Uh, Policies are decidable by both the parties, and both the parties get respectable return. एंड सर अगर सर 2 लाख से ऊपर का अगर अमाउंट होगा छोटा उधार पे तो हम उसका 0.1 इंटरेस्ट चार्ज करेंगे, बट 2 लाख तक हम नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि छोटे ट्रेडर्स को मौका मिलना चाहिए कि वो खुद को एक्सपेंड कर सके. थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, thank you. Jay was, I think, left out in between. If Jay is there, can you speak? Jay. No. I would like to hear, tell you that, Priya,
Yes, sir.
since interest is a very important component,
Yes,
you
sir.
have to keep in mind because it is your cost of capital.
Yes,
If you
sir.
will not charge interest, your business will suffer huge losses. Business, because in your business, if you infuse capital, you have to pay for it. You have to pay someone else. You have to
Yes.
bear the interest cost. If you borrow, you have to pay interest. If you invest your own capital, then again, there is opportunity cost, because if you invest that money in some other project, you would have got at least 20% or 30% returns. So if you are diverting your money into a new business, you have to ensure that you get good return for the money that you invest in business. Now, how will you ensure that return? If you cannot get good return, your business will not be viable and it will become futile exercise and you will get frustrated. Never do a business which cannot generate good return. You have to do social service, but
Yes, sir.
along with social service, you have to ensure that you are able to get reasonable returns. If you will not get reasonable returns, your inner motivation will and you will not be able to do a good work. So some planning has to be there in the business so that you can have a sustainable supply of money, you have a reasonably good returns, because if criminals need money, then good people also need money, and good
Yes,
people
sir.
need money more. And if you are doing something good, you need to create a provision to ensure good returns. Otherwise, your great ideas will remain only limited to you. A
Yes, sir.
business which is not viable cannot become a long sustaining business. I'm not saying that you charge interest. I'm saying you think how to develop some system in the business so that the business is self-sustaining, there is reasonable return, the return on money invested is more than the interest that you are paying. You are paying interest at 20%, suppose 15%, you should be
Yes, sir.
generating at least 20% return from your own business. Then only your business will survive in the long run. And that is acceptable, and everybody appreciates that, because you are doing a business, you are helping the society, you also
Yes.
need some money to ensure the sustainability of your business.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank
All
you,
the
sir.
participants. Thank you very much for sharing your dreams. Thank you very much.
Thank you.